Hi, my name's Kathy and I'm so excited because spring is showing its head at last. Now last year I planted some seeds of these lupins. They're gallery lupins. Now lupins don't do well in my area, but I'm a determined gardener, so I planted them and they grew. Now I'm going to separate them out and put them in a big pot and hopefully get fabulous flowers this summer. So what I have to do is I have to empty this onto my table and separate out all the little plants. Ease them out. And then carefully I want to separate out all the little plants without damaging the roots. Lots of little babies here, so exciting. Just gently, gently, gently tease them out from each other. Okay, so I need to put these into a big pot. I mean, ideally I'd put them into a garden bed, but I have so many deer, gophers and moles around that I've decided to put them in a pot. So I've got this lovely large pot that I bought yesterday. Now, I don't need to have the whole depth of this pot. So to keep it a bit lighter and to save on potting soil, I'm going to use a filler. Because it's such a big pot, I'm going to use a mix of planting mix and organic compost. Now my husband would probably tut because I'm using my bare hands and not gloves or a shovel, but you know, it's much easier to do it this way. Because I've used a commercial mix, it already has a food in it. Okay. Otherwise you would add your own organic fertilizer to the soil. What I will do is in a few weeks' time when the plants have settled in, I'll give it a boost with some seaweed or some fish fertilizer, and that'll get it on its way. So here are all my plants, and I actually have 9, so I'm going to lay them out, see where they go. I don't want to make them too crowded in here. These are a smaller lupin, but they still get pretty big. Now when you transplant a seedling, or in this case a young plant, never ever plant it deeper than it was before. So you can see where my earth was before, and if you plant it any deeper it might rot. Okay, so that's very important. Now when you backfill, you must make sure to get all the air pockets filled in with soil, because if you have air pockets, the roots can't take up the water and they can die of dehydration even though they're living in a lovely moist pot. Now you can see I'm planting them not at the edge of the pot but not in the center of the pot, because I want to give the plant some room to expand. And in fact I'm going to reduce my number of plants in this pot and plant these somewhere else. Now when you firm down flowers, you don't have to firm them down too much. They're not trees. You don't have to squash the soil too much, but not put them in so they're nice and snug. Alright. Just remember, whenever you transplant you must water in. Even if it's been raining that day, you must water in because it helps the roots blend with the soil. I think that's all good. So there you have it, transplanted from a small little pot to a nice big pot. And here we are, a couple of months later, and they're all looking wonderful and healthy. I lost one, but otherwise they're even flowering, which is marvelous.